mom here accused of killing her own son. Today, making her first appearance in court. What we've learned now about the moments before her arrest.
The name change will not cost anyone in this room an ounce of blood.
No name change is on the horizon. What went down at a spirited meeting in Longboat Key as they considered whether to change the name of a major road to match the change to the Gulf.
From Tampa Bay's #1 news station, this is the Fox 13 6 o'clock news.
Good evening. I'm Haley Hines in for Ali Corey.
And I'm Mark Wilson. Glad to have you with us here on this Monday. Right now at 6, the trial for the first of 5 suspects in the Julio Foolio murder trial in Tampa. Now underway today. Alicia Andrews is accused of helping stalk and track the rapper last year in what authorities called an ambush-style shooting. Jury selection in her case began this morning. And Fox 13's Aaron Mesmer has been covering this for us. Joins us now live in our newsroom. Hi there, Aaron. I know you sat down with Andrews' attorneys prior to the trial here. What did they tell you?
Mark, they say Andrews has been honest with investigators all along. She admits she was with the group of suspects, but her attorneys say she had no part in the murder and was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Today, we're going to be picking a jury in a criminal case.
Alicia Andrews is the first of 5 suspects to go to trial who are all charged in connection with the murder of Charles Jones, a Jacksonville rapper known as Julio Foolio.
Charles Jones was shot and killed while he was seated in his car.
The judge briefed potential jurors on the basic facts of the case. Jones was in Tampa to celebrate his birthday last year. Security video shows a group of shooters opening fire on Jones's car outside a hotel near USF. Rashad Murphy, Isaiah Chance, Sean Gathright, and Andrews are accused of making the trip from Jacksonville to Tampa to kill Jones in what investigators described as an ongoing gang war.
That perception is not reality.
Andrews' attorneys recently sat down with Fox 13 to explain why they believe she's innocent.
She was here for a trip with her boyfriend. That's it and that's all, and found herself caught up in a mix of stuff that she was unaware about completely.
That's what she told detectives who didn't believe her. They say she and her boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, acted as lookouts the night of the murder. The defense says Andrews had no idea what was about to happen.
Right, this is a case where the state tries to put her in a box and say that she is the girlfriend of one of the individuals involved and that she would do anything that this guy tells her to do because she's so in love with him.
They just leaped to the conclusion, since he was there, she must know. And, it's just a faulty kind of logic.
All 5 suspects are charged with first-degree murder, but Andrews is the only one not facing the death penalty. Her lawyers say she's been honest from day one, and they think jurors will believe her.
So she has no problem telling them everything that she knows, and she did, and believing that truth will, proverbially set her free.
And the judge told jurors this trial could last up to 2 weeks, Mark.
All right, Aaron Mesmer watching it closely for us. Aaron, thanks.
This Pasco County mom will remain behind bars, charged with second-degree murder in the death of her own 6-year-old son. Justine Moroz made her first court appearance today, and as Fox 13's Kylie Jones reports, prosecutors asked the judge to deny bond.
Miss Justine Rose.
A Pasco County mother faced a judge via video conference from jail Monday afternoon.
You've been charged with second-degree murder, which is obviously a very serious felony.
Justine Moroz is accused of killing her 6-year-old son and then calling 911. According to court filings, Moroz told dispatchers she killed her son and was trying to take her own life. Pasco County deputies responded to the family's home on Drexel Road in Lando Lake Sunday morning. It was a shocking and upsetting scene for neighbors.
It's just not what we were expecting at all in this neighborhood. Everybody here looks out for everybody. All the neighbors look out for each other.
According to an arrest affidavit, Moroz told investigators there was an incident involving her son who had special needs. She allegedly admitted she snapped. We also learned Moroz worked for the Pasco County School District. The district says she worked as an itinerant, not a classroom teacher. In a statement, the district said, quote, "On behalf of the entire Pasco County Schools family, we extend our deepest condolences to all who are grieving. We are deploying crisis teams to provide care and support to those affected by this heartbreaking event." On Monday afternoon at Moroz's first appearance, the judge ordered her to be held without bond. She'll be back in court for a pretrial detention hearing where the state plans to ask a judge to keep Moroz behind bars until her trial. In Pasco County, Kylie Jones, Fox 13 News.
The judge set Moroz's pretrial detention hearing for October 27th.
Well, we have some sad news to pass on tonight involving a former Buccaneer. Remember All-Pro running back Doug Martin? He died this weekend. Happened after he was taken into police custody in California. Police in Oakland responded to reports of a home burglary allegedly involving Martin. We've learned that police detained him, and they say he had some sort of a medical emergency and died a short time later at a nearby hospital. There has not been an official cause of death released. Martin played in the NFL for 7 seasons, 6 of them with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was only 36 years old.
Now to Brandon, where Hillsborough County Fire Rescue is investigating a suspicious house fire. Around 2 o'clock today, crews received multiple 911 calls about a fire at this mobile home on 4th Street. At least one caller reported seeing someone inside start it. By the time crews arrived, the house was empty, but one person near the scene was taken to the hospital as a precaution. The fire is under investigation as possible arson. Should the town of Longboat Key rename its signature drive along the Gulf? President Trump ordered the Gulf of Mexico to be renamed as the Gulf of America, which led to the question. At a hotly attended public meeting today, the town declined to rename its 10-mile stretch of Gulf of Mexico Drive that spans 2 counties.
Yeah, Fox 13's Evan Axelbank reports now on the town commission that honored the will of the people.
What's in a name? If you're on Longboat Key, on Monday, it was everything.
The name change will not cost anyone in this room an ounce of blood.
This would just be a disaster for us in many ways. And like my dad said, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Town commission chambers were packed for a special meeting as commissioners confronted the quintessential question about the 10-mile signature street, its name. Now that FDOT took down signs that called it Gulf of Mexico Drive in reaction to the president's executive order calling it the Gulf of America, did the town have to follow suit in the name of uniformity, practicality, or to remain in cohesion with state law?
Gulf of Mexico Drive has been a very well-known, well-established road name since 1957.
The controversy took the town by storm, with city leaders saying they got 423 emails from residents, with 83% saying they were in favor of keeping the name as is, Gulf of Mexico Drive. Why change more than 5,000 addresses and require businesses to update reams of paperwork?
It would just be a nightmare if we had to change our address to all our vendors, everything that we do, our administrative offices, or all our legal papers, everything that we do at the club.
But politics was unavoidable, with some accusing the town's residents of bringing a distaste of President Trump and thus his Gulf name change into the debate.
Many among us simply hate America. It's real.
Most of the public speakers were against the name change, which led board members to simply table the matter. Gulf of Mexico Drive will remain as such, which means it's now a nod to the past.
I think everybody, from what I've heard, likes the name Gulf of Mexico Drive. You know, and it's not a bad name, and it doesn't mean you hate Trump. You know, I'm a Trump supporter, so.
Gulf of Mexico Drive had its day in court, and it's here to stay. Evan Axelbank, Fox 13 News.
So far this year, manatee deaths caused by watercraft have reached totals from the past couple of years, but wildlife officials aren't showing alarm. As of October 10th, 565 manatee deaths had been reported in Florida this year. That's the same number of deaths in all of 2024. Of the total number this year, 89 deaths were linked to incidents with watercraft.
When we think of manatee, average manatee deaths in Florida overall, this year we're seeing consistent amounts of deaths with previous years outside of the unusual mortality events. So we're on par this year with years of the past.
An unusual mortality event refers to an abnormally high number of manatee deaths in a year. In 2021, a record 1,100 manatees died in Florida waters, many because of starvation. Deaths dropped to 800 the following year, still way above average for Florida.
Well, Moat Marine Laboratory and Aquarium is celebrating a major milestone right now. They have opened their 10th exhibit. This is the Moat Mangrove to Reef exhibit that's now at Crane Point in Marathon in the Florida Keys. It's the 6th Moat exhibit there in the Keys and focuses on mangroves, seagrass beds, and coral reefs.
It's a great interactive exhibit. It talks about the science behind our understanding and focus on restoring, especially seagrasses and coral reefs in the Florida Keys. A lot of interactive kind of exhibits.
Yeah, right now most of the exhibits at the new location focus on coral reefs and seagrasses, and then phase 2, there will be more exhibits focusing on our mangroves. All right, still to come here at 6, we've got a major outage here impacting remote workers and millions of other ones who rely on cloud computing services for work or for play.
Amazon Web Services has been struggling to recover. Ahead at 6:30, a look at who's been impacted in the largest widespread internet service disruption in more than a year.
But first, a sweet